There's no better way to start off a Monday than with a mouth-watering plum tart to get those taste buds into top gear.
You know, on Espresso, we love indulging in seasonal fruits. And of course, summer has brought with it a beautiful array of new fruit to indulge in. Pakco chef Cohen has very generously invited us into his kitchen to show us his softer side by the looks of things. Normally cooking up something hot and spicy. Today we are doing something that looks incredibly sweet. What are we making?
Today we're making a chocolate plum tart. So we're taking the bounty of the season, which are plums, and we're going to offset them with a lovely chocolate custard so that it's a nice balance of flavor and not too overpowering.
Obviously the plum is the star of the show. What other ingredients do we need for our tart?
We're going to need butter, golden syrup, cocoa, sugar, milk, the all-important Heinz custard powder. Then here we've got our plums that we've halved. We've removed the pips out of them. We've put on the butter, golden syrup, and just pop them in the oven to bake off. Here we've got our pastry that we put inside a fluted tin. We've then pricked some holes in it, and we want to prevent the pastry from rising too much because that allows the pastry to stay crisp and firm. We've then gone and put some wax paper inside and some beans or rice, and you bake it until it's cooked to this point.
To make the custard, pour about 300 ml of milk into a pot, leaving about 200 ml for later. Then warm it on the stove at the lowest heat.
And of course, you've got to be very vigilant. This is milk, and we have horror stories with milk on the stove.
Exactly. So you want it to be nice and hot. You don't want it to scorch or stick at the bottom because you're getting that burnt flavor. Also, if it boils too much, it all just boils down and you get nothing left. So while the milk's heating up, and if you don't mind keeping an eye on that for me, I'm going to take our custard powder. I'm putting our custard powder into the bowl.
You'll need 5 tablespoons of Heinz custard powder for this, mixed with 2 tablespoons of delicious cocoa powder. Pour it in, then add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Then throw in the rest of the milk and stir it up until it's nice and thick.
All right, it looks like you've gotten rid of the lumps, and I think the milk is ready. Can I?
You've done it superb there.
There we go.
Pour the hot milk into the custard paste and stir thoroughly. The cocoa is not only delicious, it also contains antioxidants that help prevent cancer and heart disease. Pour it back into the pot and cook until it thickens.
I'm very thick for a custard, though.
It is extremely thick. This is not the normal custard consistency, but because it has to bake and hold its shape, we need it to be slightly thicker.
I think our chocolate filling is just about done. Oh.
So now I'm going to grab this and I'm going to pour it in. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm just going to grab the pastry shell quickly and give it a little bit of shake and help all of that chocolate settle into place. Just grab the spoon a little bit and just go add it with the spoon. And now the crowning glory of it all, we're going to do a halo of these beautiful plums on top.
Plums are super because while they taste fantastically sweet, they're in fact low in calories so your blood sugar levels don't spike. They also contain vitamin C to help fight infection.
Now, when it bakes, there is a chance that the chocolate custard will swell, which is the nature of the custard. The plums might sink a little bit into it, and that's even better. I like that little bit of, you cut into it and it's a surprise, you know?
Yeah, you've got to let the flavors infuse. You want to get everything in one bite, you know? Now, into the oven.
Once your tart is chock full of delicious plums, preheat the oven to 180 degrees and bake for 25 minutes.
If you want to get this ingredients list sent directly to your phone so you can create this magic at home, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Pakco to 33728.
And we will also send along a hamper to the lucky winner who SMSs through to get the recipe.
The product hamper contains an assortment of fantastic goodies, including Heinz spices, a range of sauces, and curry made easy. Once the tart is cooked and golden brown, serve with whipped cream and raspberries for a plum-tastic feast.
You know, for a fruit that is normally associated with prune juice, I think we have given it a very modern and quite a funky spin. What a way to celebrate our fruit of the day. A star indeed, the plum.
If you have something special to celebrate or you're feeling adventurous, just heat the milk. Mix Heinz custard powder with cocoa and sugar. Then add the rest of the milk and stir. When the milk is hot, pour into the custard paste, then pour back into the pot to heat. Next, pour the custard onto the pastry, spread it around, then add the plums. Bake at 180 degrees for 25 minutes. Once cooked, add raspberries and whipped cream and feast away.
Add a touch of festive sweetness with Heinz custard and Trotter's jelly. Absolutely delicious. A plum chocolate tart so early on a Monday morning. Thank you so much, Graham and Chef Cohen. Now remember, SMS Pakco to 33728. We'll send you on the recipe ingredients and also a link to the recipe, and you'll automatically be entered into the draw to win yourself a Pakco product hamper. Get SMSing Pakco to 33728. Now over to something completely different. Celeb news never sleeps, and always nice to keep on top of what our celebs are doing, but it's more importantly, it's also nice to see what our local celebs are doing. So let's over to the rest of the team to find out what's cooking.